Good evening, Frank. If we could just kick off with some team news first. How far off are N'Golo Kante, Ross Barkley, Antonio Rudiger from returning to your squad?
Yeah, but they're obviously all not here. Ross hopefully will be fit to train by the time we get back on Thursday. Rudiger is trained with us today, which is part of a small programme for him to have him fit, which is going to be out of contention for the weekend, but hopefully soon. N'Golo similarly is training, but we'll see how he is for the weekend, so not clear yet on that one.
After 5 wins in a row, what are you expecting here against Ajax?
A really tough match against a team that we know how they performed last year and how they've started this group, winning both games comfortably. So it's going to be a tough match. I don't think the 5 wins mean anything other than hopefully we have some confidence, but this will be a completely different challenge, which we obviously need to be ready for.
Cossie?
Frank, I was just going to ask you, we're sort of here at a club really sort of renowned for producing young players and sort of bringing them through. How much pride is sort of what you're doing now with Chelsea, and do you see similarities in being able to do so?
We've got a long way to go to claim the similarities, but I think pride in the short term, yes, because we shouldn't get carried away with ourselves. It's great, the good feeling at the club in terms of the young players that have come through. I think it's long deserved recognition for the academy itself and those players as well. But we are in a place here, that is steeped in history of bringing young players through, creating great teams with groups of young players over the years, and we have a long way to go to do that. But in the short term, I'm certainly happy, and we need to continue working so that they continue their development of young players.
Did last season what happened with Ajax reaching the semi-final, it brought a lot of those young players to the sort of the fore and give them confidence? Is that what you aim for as the manager, to give them that platform, to give them that confidence and belief?
Yeah, I mean, I aim to give them confidence because I believe in them. And what Ajax did last year was incredible to come to get as far as they did with such a young team. And with us, I think you see my belief in them, because even though everyone says we had a transfer ban and it's the only option I have, that's not true. I have lots of options in the squad, and I make the options on the players that I feel should play, and the young players have shown, and I believe in them. So that's a good thing. But yeah, we mustn't get carried away with thinking that that's the end of the story. It's a nice story till now, but success in the longer term is what we have to work for, and that's why I keep saying that it's just the beginning of the road. But I feel like by having belief in them, they can fill that back, which I think is good. But I also need to be strong in driving them to get better all the time.
Frank, it's not just the young players that are the similarity between Chelsea and Ajax at the moment, but also the fact that a lot of you in positions at Chelsea now are ex-players, not just on the coaching staff, but obviously Petter and the technical staff as well. And Ajax have done that for a long time now, bringing back some of their old legends and giving them roles, whether it be coaching or... What do you think that gives the club to have ex-players all through the club, working at the club?
Well, I think it's a good model in terms of the fact that with ex-players, you'd hope there's a feeling for the club. There's a feeling from the fans who like to see players that care, have had careers at the club. And you can try and continue with an idea or an ethos, which I think is where teams like Ajax and Bayern Munich get it so right, because it doesn't change on short-term results. It tends to stay through the longer term. For me, the thing with ex-players is it's a great thing for the club, but also the ex-players should be there on merit. I should be manager of this club on merit because I want to work hard and be successful and help improve the club. So should everybody. That's why Peter Cech has a work ethic to be here and be the best we can be every day. So I don't think just being an ex-player should be a ticket, because it should be the best people who can work for Chelsea. And maybe there's a balance somewhere there, because there are a lot of good people at Chelsea that aren't ex-players that can add huge amounts as well. So that's the balance. As long as we have people that are hard-working, sense that improvement daily is needed, work ethic daily is needed, whether you're involved in the first team, the academy, the behind the scenes, the different departments we have at the club, there needs to be huge work ethic, and that's what I'm trying to push for.
And do you, just on the back of that, do you know whether the Ajax and Bayern Munich models have actually been discussed within Chelsea when all this restructuring's taken place?
No. I don't. I'm not privy to it, but and I'm saying it from afar, so I wouldn't want to go into too much detail. And I think there's probably something that's not that smart to think let's just copy a model that's somewhere else in the world that looks like it did very well from the outside. I think we can sort of constantly reevaluate ourselves and see where we can improve. But I do think that. I'm certainly happy that ex-players here because it means that I'm here at the minute. But as I said before, I don't think that is the end. We have to keep pushing for results and performance on the pitch.
Okay, in the middle, at the back.
Thank you. Mr. Lampard, Hans Gray, Fox Sports. Why are you so scared of Ajax?
What makes you say that?
You even look scared.
That's just my face.
But is it true? Ever since you've beaten Newcastle, you're talking with your staff, to the press. Ajax is so good. Ajax. It's all about Ajax.
And when we finish with Ajax, it'll be all about Burnley.
But you're a bit. You really admire them.
I respect the team. On a serious note, I respect the team because I watched them last year play, and I know the team has changed slightly, but I don't think I'm very aware of the new threats that they have as a team. And anywhere in a Champions League to travel is a difficult match. They've won 2 games convincingly in the league, so definitely it's not a factor of being scared of Ajax. We hugely respect them as a team. We also have confidence in ourselves. We know it's a tough match, but we believe, and the reason why I spoke instantly after Newcastle is because Newcastle was a game in the Premier League where a team played very low block against us, 5-4-1, very difficult to break down, which we managed to do. Ajax is completely different. So it was really important that we flicked the switch the minute Newcastle finished to concentrate on what's a tough match tomorrow.
Okay, we've got time for 2 more. We've got to go, I'm afraid. John Murray and then James Ollie, and we're finished. Could you just pass the mic back to John, please? Thank you.
Hi, Frank. Hello. Do you think that Callum Hudson-Odoi is ready to go in the Champions League from the start in the form that he's been in and what he showed on Saturday?
I think he is, but so are other players. And there comes my problem of selection for games because I have a competitive squad of players that some are fresh to Champions League, some have been here before. But just isolating Callum, I thought his performance against Newcastle was huge signs of what we want to see. We know the talent there. It's great his contract signed now weeks ago. And I thought that the problems that he gave Newcastle consistently with things that I really want to see from him, which is end product, delivery into the box, getting at people, running behind people, all those things are what we all know Callum has as a young talent. So yeah, I think he certainly is. As I say, there's no guarantees there, but he is. And I think for all the young players, the extra level that the Champions League is in terms of detail, focus, concentration for 90 minutes, making the most of tiny moments will be a test for all the young players, not just Callum.
And what sort of food for thought did Pulisic give you on Saturday?
Yeah, good as I want from all the players. Callum gave me that in his display from the start. Christian gave me that in his display coming on. Willian gave me that. In terms of the wingers that I have, Pedro gives me that. So I have selection problems, and they're good ones when people come on and make a difference. That's what we have to be about. If we want to be a team that's competing at the top end. So I was really pleased for Christian to come on and make an impact.
Okay, last question, James, and then we've got to go.
Hi, Frank. Tomorrow's maybe the kind of big European night where in the past the players might have looked to someone like Eden Hazard to make the difference. Are you confident there's enough quality and character in this group without him to be able to deliver on a night like this?
Well, the fact was, it was clear for me, whether I became manager of Chelsea or not, was that Eden Hazard losing was not going to be replaced by anyone anywhere near similar to what he did for this club. I don't think it's possible unless you went to the absolute top, and we know the Messis and Ronaldos, etc. Because I think Eden pushed himself well into that bracket, or around that bracket, at the top in world football. So then the next question for us was, how do we as a team change that? And of course we've seen a bit of youth come through with different ideas. I work consistently on the team as a group that we can create chances from different areas of the pitch. It's great that a left-back scoring inside the box for us at the weekend, for instance. So it will be hard to replace him. It's impossible, but as a team we can find a way, and hopefully we're working towards that.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening.
Thank you.